Good morning, dear students. Welcome back to our online class. So, today we'll be continuing with our short story B. Wordsworth, written by V.S.Naipaul. So, in the previous video, we have discussed till page number 117, where we see that finally the boy was so curious to ask about the stranger who reached his house and who was actually watching the bees very carefully. So the boy asked him that, what do you do? And the man replied that he is a poet. Okay, so today will be, and when he asked him what is his name, then the boy replies, the man replies saying that his name is B. Wordsworth. Again, Wordsworth is very famous and familiar name of a poet, whereas what does B stand for? The boy is again so curious to find out what actually B stands for, and he himself asks B for Bill. Then the person, that is a stranger, corrects it, saying that no, it's not. And he says that B for black. So he reveals his name as Black Wordsworth. Okay. Now, it seems to be very strange when you come to listen about the name is having black. Okay, so Black Wordsworth, White Wordsworth was my brother. So he says that he adds Black Wordsworth. No, B stands for black, and Black Wordsworth is my name. And White Wordsworth was actually the name of my brother. We share one heart. I can watch a small flower like the morning glory and cry. I said, why you does cry? Then the man says, why, boy, why? You will know when you grow up. You are asking me why that when I see a flower, morning glory is a flower, it's a, and the poet here, that is the Black Wordsworth or B. Wordsworth, says that actually, I can watch the small flower like the morning glory and I feel like crying it. I said, why you does cry? The boy curiously asked. The speaker is the boy himself here. So he asked that, why? What's the reason? Why do you feel like crying? Normally when we see a flower blooming, we feel more happy to see it, right? So you will know when you grow up. So the poet said that, no, you will come to know when you grew up, and that why I cried. You are a poet too, you know. So he says that you are also a poet. I can see a poet lies in you also. And when you are a poet, you can cry for everything. And when you become a poet, you will be crying for everything. I couldn't laugh. He said, you like my mother? When she not beating me, he said that, I couldn't laugh. Do you like your mother? So the stranger asked that, do you like your mother? The boy says, yeah, I like my mother, right? When she will not beat me, that means whenever my mother beats me, I feel a kind of unlike towards her. But whenever my mother don't beats me, or in the other moments, I like her. It happens quite normal with the children that when mother scolds or cheats on them, actually what happened is that the children get annoyed and they feel like the greatest enemy on the earth is their mother, or at home is their mother, right? Yeah. So he pulled out a printed sheet from his hip pocket and said, on this paper is the greatest poem about mothers, and I am going to sell it to you at a bargain price, 4 cents. Okay. So now he says that, you know what? He just takes out a paper from his pocket. It's a very printed sheet, and he says that from his and said that on this paper, actually the greatest poem on the mother is written, and I am going to sell it to you. I'm going to sell this poem to you at a bargain price. Means I'm not keeping any fixed price here. I'm keeping a bargain price, and only for 4 cents, not more than that. So I went inside and said, the boy was, literally curious to know what is that written inside that paper and what is that poetry. And he might have also thought that if he purchased this poetry from this stranger and he will give it to his mother, of course his mother will be very happy. So he went inside and asked his mother, Ma, you want to buy a poetry for 4 cents? Isn't it? Today you know that when everything has turned from book to online, we can see that the dance classes, the music classes, the yoga classes, even the cooking classes, the baking classes, like whatever under the sky you can learn or people can teach, it has come into a package, isn't it? Okay, so that is, everyone is, you need to purchase it. You need to purchase, you can purchase the stories, you can purchase the novels, you can purchase in the form of podcast, audiobooks. It is all available, right? So the boy went immediately into the home and he asked his mother, "Ma, you want to buy a poetry? And it cost only 4 cents. Are you interested to purchase a poetry? It cost only 4 cents." My mother said, "Tell that blasted man to haul his tail away from my yard." You hear? The mother, already she is so much, annoyed with the presence of that stranger. Though unwillingly, she gave him the permission to enter into the yard and have a look at the bees. But she is not happy with him staying for a long time. Okay, so that is the reason that the mother, that angry, that frustration actually bursted out, and she said that, tell that blasted man to haul his tail means to leave from here immediately, yeah, away from my yard. Okay, did you hear me? I said to be. The boy came running immediately to the stranger B. Wordsworth and said, "I said to B. Wordsworth, it's the my mother says she ain't have 4 cents." But he didn't say that to be Wordsworth because he felt that it may, annoy the person, or he may feel bad. So that is why he said to him that my mother told that she don't possess 4 cents to give you. That means she can't purchase, or she cannot buy this poem. Okay, so B. Wordsworth said, "It is the poet's tragedy." Oh, it's a great tragedy of a poet if anyone is not purchasing his work, his art, or his poetry. Now, it's the same in the case of any artist, any craftsman, or in the case of any writer. If books are not best selling books, or it's not sold out in the market as per the expectation, that means that writer is not, it's a great tragedy for the writer, or is not a remarkable writer. So same is the case with the craftsmen, artsmen, painters, or people related to any of such, fields. If their works are not sold out, or people are not purchasing, or they are not showing interest in that, that means something is lacking in that, or somewhere they lack to evoke the interest of the people here. So this is the reason, the stranger remarks that, "Oh, it's a poet's, tragedy. It's a poet's tragedy that your mother is not interested to buy this poem, or she don't have sufficient penny or money with her." So, and he put this paper back in his pocket. So he folded the paper back very carefully, and he just, put it back into his pocket. He didn't seem to mind, and he didn't seem to actually mind or look at the face of the boy. Then the narrator, the speaker, or the boy said, "I said, is a funny way to go around selling poetry like that. Only Californians do that sort of thing. A lot of people does buy." So, the boy seems to be feeling very, very, unfair, or like he feels like this is not a usual practice. What is that? You might have seen people or vendors selling vegetables, people selling clothes, people selling, different things here and there, but you might have never observed, or people, even you have seen people selling books. If you go to the railway stations, or if you go to the bus stations, you can see the people, or even in the airports there will be bookshops, or people will be there who will be selling these type of things. But you never seen that a person will be selling a poetry written in a paper. It is so unusual, right? So the boy asked, and his children, as I told you in the previous video, they are so curious regarding small things. Everywhere they see, they have lot of questions, because they are so innovative, and their curiosity, they can't kill the curiosity unless they get the answers for that. So here we see that the boy also seems to be very, very curious, and he says that, "Don't you think it is very unusual that, and it's very funny that you go round everywhere in the street and ask the people to buy this poetry, or you are selling your poetry? So only Californians do that sort of thing." Californians actually are the nomadic group of people who um, go and uh, utter their poems. Okay, and he says that I never heard, I have never seen any individual, or I never heard except the Californians, and lot of people also does buy. He said no one has yet bought a single copy. I'm very so sad, and it is a great tragedy for a poet like me, because till now I have not yet succeeded in selling a single copy of my poetry. But why you just keep on going around then? So he says that then why are you keeping going around here and there, door to door? It's like door to door marketing, going and asking, do you want my poetry? In the, nowadays we are doing all the shopping online, but there was a time when, the sales executives used to approach our houses, and they go for door to door marketing, right? So here he says that, so why actually, don't you think it's very funny? Don't you think it's unusual way? And why you just keep on going around, and why are you keeping on going around the streets and the houses, like door to door selling? Okay, he said, in this way I watch many things. I have a number of intentions. Now you know that nowadays people also have a lot of tricky people, those who have wrong intentions. They also approach door to door marketing with the wrong intentions, right? So they will be seeing how many people are there in the house, and if their intentions are wrong, they will try to find out what all the precious things are there in the house that they can come and rob at night. Okay, so these type of wicked intentions people are also there, but here the poet is not like that. He says that actually when I go door to door, I actually watch so many things. Like as I came to your house, I saw the beehive there on the gru palm trees, and I love watching those. Okay, so that is why it says that I watch many things, and I always hope to meet poets. And whenever I meet any people, after talking to them, I feel like I meet a new poet. Okay, it normally happens. When you talk to some people, they use a lot of poetical languages or phrases or the words, and you will be coming to a conclusion. If you yourself have the taste, definitely you will be able to identify that person, recognize that person, that they also possess some kind of poetical qualities, or that vigor to write the poetry. Well, so that's why he says that I think I will be meeting many poets. So the boy says that, I said, you really think I is a poet? The boy becomes, children often get very much appreciate when someone appreciates you about, especially to small children. If you appreciate any small thing about them, they become so happy, and they feel so proud of themselves also, right? So here you can see, and that's one of the, giving a positive stroke to them, encouraging them. If they do some small things also, sometimes it happens in your house, your little brothers and sisters, they draw something, or they make something out of some toys, or they make something, and they will be, they are so creative, and they come to you and they will be showing you. And what the elder brothers, or even sometimes parents also, you do this, what they do, they just simply shout on them, I don't have the time now to see this, or you go, I'll see you later. Okay, or what you have made, this is what you have made, or you just simply give a loud laughter. So what happens is that you are actually killing that creative ability of that child. Okay, so though it is not a perfect thing, but at least you can say that, oh wow, wonderful, you have done good thing. You could have improved it, you can give some guidance. If you do like this, it looks more better. If they have drawn something, you can encourage them drawing. If they have making something, you can encourage them. So actually, don't kill the curiosity of the small children. You have to build up, and you have to encourage them by giving some ideas, adding to that, or suggestions, or just simply praising them. Okay, so they feel much happy and much worthful of themselves. So, and you are actually encourage, you are giving a positive stroke to that child for whatever the child has done. So here, when the boy was said that I can see a poet in you, the boy also feels, oh really, am I a poet? I have a poet in me, right? and you are as good as me, he said. And the B. Wordsworth said that, you are not only a poet, you are a very good poet. You're a very good poet, exactly like me. And when B. Wordsworth left, I prayed I would see him again. And after that, B. Wordsworth left from there. And the boy, the speaker, wished that he could see that man once again. I hope that you understood this much part. Keep reading, take care of yourself. Have a wonderful time. We'll meet in the next class.